sometimes picking up vintage replacement parts isn't always that easy to find, or it can be expensive. These are user planes, and so actually I bought reproduction parts in stainless steel, but the problem with those are they tend to not match the aesthetics. So what we're going to try to do today is match the aesthetics by using a solution from Birchwood Casey, and that is the Birchwood Casey Presto Black for stainless steel. So let's give it a try, see how it works to get these looking a little bit more like they belong with these antique tools. So what we're going to need to do is take these parts off and prepare them. So with this Birchwood's Casey, they want you to degrease it. Then they also would like it to have a little bit of a tooth to it. This is a caustic or acid. It smells a lot like chlorine. I've used it on knives that have that I put a little bit of sanding on. So there's a tote screw. I got this from Just Plain Fun. So we're going to work on that. We've also got a depth stop that came from WoodYah. That's for a 78. Also fits the 192. As you can see, it's very shiny and doesn't really match the aesthetics of the plane. Also a replacement screw, thumb screw, and a rod for the 78. So I'm going to use some Scotch-Brite. This is like a medium Scotch-Brite, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to scrub this down and give it a little bit of a tooth so this acid has something to work on. What this does, it puts a coating on the it's kind of an oxidation on the stainless steel, so it can rust if you leave it on too long. So we're just going to use a paintbrush and paint it on a little bit, but we want to get this surface to what we want to treat with a little bit of a roughness to it. Not so concerned with the threads. Afterwards we'll need to oil this, or we could put some wax on it. I'll probably put wax on it and then oil it. But it can rub off because it's really a surface treatment, but the roughness will give it some lower points that will allow it to, hopefully, last a little while longer. It's very similar to gun bluing. You can sand it off. It does just surface treatment. We'll do some gun bluing too on a later date. So this is for stainless steel. I'm just trying to get a little bit where this is going to be able to take. This knurled is going to be difficult, so we'll see what we can do. I can at least roughen up the flats. Also, probably wire wheel this one might be a little easier to get that roughed up. I'll leave this little washer just the way it is. We'll see if we can get that to do anything. So now I'm going to put on some gloves, and we use denatured alcohol. We're going to clean these with some denatured alcohol. So the instructions say to degrease it, we could use soap or anything else, but we just want to get oils off so that when we do treat it, it's going to make contact with this stainless steel so that we can get that. So you could also sandblast these parts. We'll see how it works without sandblasting. As you can see, it starts to affect this immediately. Just want to get a rather even coat. I'm less concerned about it looking really even because I'm actually trying to make a patina that looks a bit antique. So I'm not overly concerned with it looking a little splotchy. Then as it wears in, see how it does on that little screw, that washer. Looks like that washer may have a little coating on it. So this is, you can see it's not really affecting this. It hasn't been, sanded and wiped down. All right. Let's see what this looks like now after coating. This is just the denatured. The longer you leave it on or the more coatings you do, the darker and darker it'll get. Okay, I'm going to take these inside and wash them with soap and water real quick. And we'll take another look at this. All right, so just wash that up with soap and water, and let's take a look at what we've got. So here are our parts. And that washer is a good example of needing to clean those and give them a little bit of roughness. Now I'm just going to wipe these down with some shop wax or paste wax. I'll put some paste wax on here just to give it a little bit of protection, because this is a very surface level treatment that we did. You can see where I didn't degrease it very well. So that gave a little bit of a resist there. It didn't take up as much. Put a coat of wax on there and let that sort of stiffen up. What I'm using here is a, what's it called? Bumbleshoots shop wax. The reason I got this is this contains carnauba, which is a much harder wax than beeswax. It's beeswax and carnauba. So, and it's a shop wax versus some of the other waxes that I use. I'll use this sometimes, which is, you know, Howard's. And this is a beeswax paste wax. And this is a lot like Johnson's, but it does have citrus oil in it. So it smells fantastic. But this is great on the wood. It'll also work on the metal planes and other parts. But since this has carnauba, I decided to give it a try. And I was told by a commenter that using car wax on these planes is not a good idea. So I corrected that, responding to him, and thanked him so much, because car waxes can contain silica and can cause fisheye on raw metal. You can see where that stainless steel blackening even blackened the ferrule on this artist brush. So let's buff these parts off. They're stainless steel, so we don't really need to oil them, but I'm going to oil them a little bit for the purpose of function, like the threads. But this turned out really good, I think. Go ahead and the oil will also help to neutralize if there's any residual chemical on here, because it will cause steel to rust. All right, so let's go ahead and reassemble this. Might be easier to get this on. Okay, well those look a lot more natural compared to what they looked like when they were that bright stainless steel. Get a close up here. So we were able to darken those bright stainless steel parts. So you got a little rust inside that slot. So you need to take care of that. Have to neutralize that. That slide looks good. Depth adjustment. And that looks much better on that tote front screw. So this screw, if you're looking at that slot, it's got some rust So we want to neutralize and clean that out. So we'll use some oil in there. And that rust is just superficial. So these will get dinged up and marred, and it'll start looking more and more like antiqued, which is what we were going for. We wanted to get these aesthetically matching the planes better than they did when they were bright stainless steel. If you're into that, I'm definitely into patina and trying to maintain, you know, the historical look, or just not be so jarring when I'm using something and it's got a bright shiny part. Hope that was helpful. You know, like and subscribe, and we'll be doing some more things like this. But this is how to aesthetically match new stainless steel parts, replica replacements, to make your users, you know, work like a user. I don't recommend this to do anything to parts to try and fool anybody. I think that's just the wrong thing. But for users, and to make sure that people know that you did replace parts, I think that's important. If you intend to use this process, is to use it for good, not evil. So thanks again for watching, and see you again soon.